So the biggest SpaceX launch. So this thing. Did anybody watch this launch?
No.
No, I watched it after the fact.
Okay.
I saw it.
Well, you saw it then.
I watched this right here.
Yeah, you saw it then. Okay, so this thing was traveling like insane speeds. Like if you watch this thing, it went like, it was close to like 10,000 kilomiles per hour.
Kilomiles?
Kilomiles.
Now, how is that
Kilometers.
safe?
I'm not calling it kilometers per hour. Kilomiles. Kilometers per hour.
That's
insane.
Kilomiles. Yeah. It was freaking moving. But obviously this is the prototype for the rocket to bring people to Mars.
Well, it's gonna have to be fast.
Yeah. So you have to get initial, like, a lot of speed to get. Obviously, you need a lot to get out of our atmosphere for one, and then you have to give a nice boost so you can slingshot around the sun and head over towards Mars.
And the sun is supposed to push that.
Yes, the gravitational, like, it's almost like a gravitational whip.
Yeah. You know, I understand.
Yeah.
I look at this and the first thing that comes to mind is the eco-friendly people thinking like, how is this safe for the environment? But like, letting a rocket up and like that much fuel. That's what it's a force of 4 million pounds worth of TNT.
Yes.
Like, okay, how? Don't put it in.
Okay, but the thing is though, this is using far less fuel than, like, say the first rockets were in like the 60s. And we're getting way more power, way more efficiency, way more thrust, with a lot less toxic stuff going into the environment. So we're getting way better at doing that.
It's much cooler on the atmosphere too.
Yeah. So as far as that goes, that's, I mean, it's not as half as detrimental as it used to be.
Well.
Okay. So the launch went very successful for the most part. They had the 3 boosters on it landed well, 2 of them landed successfully. And because you know how normally, like with NASA rockets, they just splash into the sea. So obviously we know one of the big things that Elon Musk with SpaceX has been trying to do is not let that happen, is you reuse your rocket boosters over and over again. So 2 of them self-landed themselves perfectly on the platforms. Only one was lost, which is really great.
For now.
Yeah, that's amazing compared to, like, we saw when they first started years ago, like they had fail after fail of landings. With the rocket boosters, and now it's like, you get 2 out of 3 boosters, and that's like amazing.
Do you know what happened with that 3rd booster?
It just exploded.
Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It went so.
Okay, so the one thing that this also had on it, did anybody even see the clip here of what is on this rocket ship? What is strapped to it? It's on the next tab.
The Venom symbiote?
No. It's the very first model Tesla Roadster. It was Elon Musk's personal car for like a few years. He put it and strapped it with a dummy inside it to this rocket.
Why?
That's awesome.
And put a camera on it. A couple cameras. That was live streaming on their Facebook. We're not on their YouTube the whole time.
Where is that car now?
On its way to the asteroid belt.
So there was a purpose.
Well, okay. So the live stream was really cool. Was seeing this car like flying around in space.
How did it not like evaporate in all that fire?
Right?
What do you mean? It's strapped into the side of the fire is all like.
Did you not just this right here? How did that?
Okay.
Where is it? That not like burn it.
Yeah, but all that fire is like below. That's not up above, or else the whole rocket would explode.
You can't say that heat is not carrying up.
Because while it's pushing through the atmosphere, all the cold is falling, forcing all the heat.
Oh my God! You sciencing me right now?
Yes, he's sciencing you. He's sciencing you.
Oh my gosh, Bill Nye over here.
It must have been at the top of it.
So yeah, it is near the top. It's really cool that he actually did this. I think he did it more lines. It was a gimmicky thing. It was just something neat to do. And the fact that he put a dummy in it was pretty neat.
Well, if he ever lands on another planet, somebody can drive it off.
Well, this is the thing. Okay, so the plan was there was a 3rd burn because they did 2 burns, right? One to get out of the atmosphere, then one initially to give it the push toward the sun to whip around the sun. There was a 3rd burn that happened to give it that final push that happened about 9 o'clock last night that went a little overboard. Okay, so it was successful, but it may have burned just for a couple seconds too long. So they're going to be missing Mars and going straight toward the asteroid belt. but it's not that far of a mark though. They're missing it. So this thing is going to end up. They thought it was going to keep on orbiting Earth for a while and Mars, but now it's going to head right to the asteroid belt.
Wow.
It would have been hilarious if it like landed on Mars and just rolled by like aliens or something. Oops.
Some Martians like,
Real life
hey.
asteroids.
Hey, who are you? Where'd you come from? The thing though with this car though, obviously, the radiation from space by the asteroid belt is going to tear this car apart.
Really?
Yes.
And
The
it's got
radiation.
cameras, so we get to see it.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think the camera's working anymore.
Oh.
I think it's too far away now.
Yeah.
But the radiation is going to eat this car apart into pieces.
We're gonna wash it though somehow.
He created the object that's going to grow to destroy Earth now. A little piece of that car is going to break off and to get attached to something. And it's like, what's that? Oh, that's a headlight coming towards us. It looks bigger and bigger.
Oh
And
shit!
Oh, this ain't the Voyager.
It's gonna fall off of something and then create
Knock the asteroids out of balance, huh?
a trajectory.
Yeah, right.
That goes straight to
So
us.
if I get hit with a bolt from the tire, can I sue Elon Musk?
Sure.
This came from the Tesla you shot at space.
It's like stuck in your head.
Not to mention if it doesn't get pummeled to death by the asteroid belt.
And what's the name of the
But it's
dude?
also going right toward, I guess it's coming near Sirius, actually, so, which is kind of cool.
Didn't they name the guy?
Who? Oh, I think they did. I forget what they named him. But one interesting thing, though, is if anybody was watching the Twitter account this morning between SpaceX and people following this, all morning, it was nothing but bashing on flat earthers.
Oh, really?
Because the live stream showed
Oh, yeah.
straight from launch all the way from this thing like orbiting Earth. So
Around the Earth is.
yeah, you could see everything on space because SpaceX live streams everything.
That's just a person holding a camera around a globe, Nate. Just going like this. Okay.
So yeah, so people were picking
It's a
on
shape
flat
of-
earthers.
There's still no proof. We were just
It's
told
the
that.
shape of the lens that makes it look round.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
all in the lens.
Oh jeez.
It's so.
And then they edit the
Didn't we
turtle
make
out so
an
we can't see-
intro on the podcast about flat earthers?
I think we did one time. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Well,
watched
yeah.
that.
They were just picking. They were nothing but people picking on flat earthers this morning.
If the Earth is flat, I'm gonna jump across and go to China. We
You
fold
wanna
the
do
map.
Their food, huh?
No, I just want to go to China.
The women.
Okay, so
wanna go to China.
one little bit of novelty that I did not find out till recently today of what else is in this car besides the dummy.
No.
What the?
Not a satellite.
Not a satellite. A copy of Isaac Asimov's Foundation.
Not Ready Player One?
No. Foundation is an amazing novel. It's basically, it's in the future, and there's a doctor, I forget the doctor's name, invents something called psychohistory, mathematics. And it predicts the future, it predicts long futures. So he can already see that the great empire, Taran, wherever it's called, I can't remember how it's pronounced, because it's been so long since I read that book, is going to fall. And it's not going to be, there's not going to be a new empire until 30,000 years later. And he has like this thing, he's allowed to be like, there's a hologram of him that gets resurrected and gets shown, that's allowed to be like shown to people like every 30,000 years. And the weird thing is you go through this whole step and then by near the end of the book you find out he made a second foundation on the other side of the galaxy because he knew the other one would fall, and it just, he could see the prediction of human history, and it's really
That's awesome.
and it shows how human psychology, it's really a breakdown of how we function and how we perceive history and time, and it's really great. Isaac Asimov was brilliant. He was just absolutely a brilliant guy.
I learn about new people every time I do the podcast.
If you have sci-fi, if you're a fan of sci-fi out there, anybody who's listening, watching, if you don't know who Isaac Asimov is, you need to go to your library, go Audible, go to whatever audiobook service you have. LibriVox is a great one. There's a few Asimov stuff on there. You need to check him out. He is way ahead of his time. He's probably one of the most brilliant, prolific sci-fi writers ever. So
You have to.
definitely check him out.
Most definitely.